Hola mis amigos and possible amigos, my name is Taffrey16. Welcome back to another episode of Reading Your Comments, episode 188. We are back on our normal day of Sunday, or maybe Saturday if you're watching us a day early on Patreon. For those who don't know, the Patrons have the option to watch these as well as the reaction videos up to a day early, sometimes more. In addition to that, you also get your name in a video description as well. But regardless of what day you were watching us on, let's go ahead and read some comments. Just discovered your reaction to the goodies from 3 years ago. Do you have any plans to react to more of them? Oh man, I had forgotten about that one. I remember it now though. It's when they blew up the BBC, right? Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Oh man, the goodies. Wow, that had to have been one of my first third-party videos. That was a very long time ago. Yeah, I mean maybe. I'd probably need episode recommendations, but yeah, I'd be down to do more. I also just remembered, too, before I go to the next question, that I'm actually sitting on an episode of that for December. I just remembered. So at the very least, I'll be doing one during Christmas month. I didn't grow a beard until my 40s. I thought I might require planning permission from the local council. Yeah, maybe I should look into that, because again, I can't grow facial hair. Can't do it. I got like a tiny bit of mustache, but like that's it. No beard. Never been able to do it. I always assumed the Free 16 Year name was in a reference to Austin. You are correct. So what did you think of his appearance at Mania? I was incredibly impressed with it because I had no expectations. I mean, the guy hadn't worked a match in what, since 03? So that's almost 20 years, 19 years since he had worked a match. And it was incredible to watch because he looked stiff at first, and then the more beer he drank, the more limber he got. He seemed to loosen up more and more the more beer he drank. And it was fascinating to watch because at first they presented it like it's just going to be a segment. And it's like, oh, okay, they're just going to do a segment and they might do a little brawl. It's like, oh, okay, they're doing an actual match. Oh, okay, they're fighting on the outside. Okay, he just took a suplex bump on the concrete. Okay. Yeah, it far exceeded my expectations. I did not see it coming at all, but it was awesome. The Cult of Skaro from Doctor Who are so interesting, arguably the most interesting thing that the Daleks have done since the Fourth Doctor. Daleks of individualism and new ideas is great, especially the fact that there's actual discourse and disagreement between them. I mean, whenever there's a cult, I think whenever in anything, people always want to see that, that they always want to see somebody break out and break the hive mind. So yeah, you're right, it is fun to watch. Watching this actually makes me realize and appreciate that Andrew Garfield's American accent did get better over time by the time Spider-Man came along. Oh yeah, like his accent in Doctor Who was bad. It was really bad, but yeah, he improved it considerably. Not to mention in Spider-Man, they didn't make him do basic country. I forgot the second best Spider-Man was in these episodes. Mind you, these two episodes I never really rewatch. If we're just talking live action, I'd personally say he's the third best Spider-Man, to be honest, but I don't think that's his fault. I don't blame him at all, to be honest. I mean, I hated both the Amazing Spider-Man movies, especially the second one. I thought they were both terrible, but I don't blame him for that at all. It's just, he just had awful writing. He read it, which is why there's rumors of doing a third Amazing Spider-Man movie within the MCU and maybe involving Tom Hardy's Venom. I hope he gets to do that. I'd like to see, because I mean, if for those of you, this is spoilers, but I mean the cat's out of the bag. If everybody knows about this at this point. For those of you who saw the third Tom Holland Spider-Man movie, Garfield really proved that with writing, he can do the job. So I'd like to see him get his own full film with quality writing, because I think he is a good Spider-Man, and I don't blame him at all for those amazing Spider-Man movies, but they were not amazing. Is Would I Lie to You a family show? The first series began airing around 10 p.m. and had all the typical adult jokes and cursing of panel shows, but at some point after the show became popular, it was given a new pre-Watershed time slot of 8:30. So basically this is a family show now. They can't swear or have any strong adult humor, so parents can watch it with their kids. Incidentally, I'm pretty sure this come to the comments a long time ago, but 9 p.m. is known as, yeah, 9 p.m. is the time, I get you, where you can curse after that and all that. Here it's a lot later. I think here it's like 11. Something like that, because that's usually when because like for instance, one of the Cartoon Network becomes Adult Swim at 11 p.m. So that's typically well, maybe it is 9, because I think actually, now that I think about it, I think Nick used to become Nick at Night at 9. So maybe it is 9 here as well. But as far as as far as that goes, I mean, that works for Would I Lie to You. I think Would I Lie to You doesn't technically need to be an adult show to work. Weird how you mentioned an episode of Bill Turnbull, newsreader, as he actually passed away from cancer yesterday. Yeah, rest in peace to him. That's terrible. I mean, he was only like 66 or something. Like, that's no age. I think he had prostate cancer. Even weirder, I think when I recorded the episode, I think I recorded it like 2 hours before the news came out that he died, which is fucking eerie. I guarantee you'll now remember that system of Teletubby color association for as long as you live. I've not forgotten it after all these years. All the shit I was taught in school, very little remains. But that will remain with me until I die, go figure. Yep, fuck maths, fuck history, fuck English, fuck everything else. Just Teletubbies. You haven't reacted to the Ever Bob Mortimer episode because it's the one I've personally been waiting for. It's brilliant. The ever one I mentioned, the one that was rated really high. Alright, well, maybe I'll do that next. Again, I don't know if I can still get the show on YouTube. I know I just got it on YouTube, but I feel like I had a limited window and it may have passed, but we'll see. Staff Let's Flats is another show I'd never seen before, but enjoyed it and ended up speedrunning the whole show just like I did with Dairy Girls. You see, I can't do that. Like, I've never been a binge watcher. This was co-written by Robert Popper, who also created Friday Night Dinner, which you should react to. God damn it. I'm just gonna end up doing... I might take the entire series approach to Friday Night Dinner eventually. I don't know if you've seen the two Paddington movies. Jamie briefly appears in the second one. I have not seen the second one. I have seen the first, but I have not seen two. Yeah, in English class, you just had to make the effort. So many kids failed because they couldn't be bothered. I was reveling in how easy it was to just write shit down. Teacher was so impressed by my effort. Exactly. It's just, you hit the nail on the head. It's just effort. Like, you don't have to necessarily know what you're talking about. You just have to sound like you know what you're talking about with high school English essays. As long as you're a high quality bullshitter, then you'll pass. Never seen the Still Game special before. I've been chuckling like a madman, nearly shat myself when Winston shouted South Africa. That was the best part of the whole thing. I did like, they executed that perfectly with Jack telling such a serious story and had me completely lulled in. And when Winston yelled that, it legitimately scared the shit out of me. Like, if you go back and watch it, I believe I jumped. Would like to see you react to the UK series of Shameless. Love your videos, mate. It is on the request list. I think it's somewhat high up. Let me double check that. Yeah, she was requested by Stale. How high up is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And it'll be, I'm doing Line of Duty and Hustle both this month, as I mentioned in a monthly plan, so it'll be 9 after this month. So it's coming up, yeah. My Still Game fuck counter broke after 10 minutes. Yeah, and that's just for Jack. Can you watch Murder on the Blackpool Express? You know, it's funny you say that, because like a day before this comment was written, I had just gotten that requested. Yeah, it was requested by Shoobs, by virtue of James, sort of. So yeah, that'll happen at some point. Jam is the most unsettling and original comedy series ever made. Well done for making it to the end. Yeah, I definitely made it. I'll tell you what, they'll never show nothing like that on television again today. Like, Chris Morris had a window and he made the most of his window, I'll tell you what. During the sex sketch in Jam, my viewing is interrupted by a Vodafone advert, which included a woman giving emergency instructions by phone to someone having a breech birth. I can't tell which one is worse. I've heard of Hereditary, but never seen it. It's legitimately one of the best horror movies I've ever seen. It might be like, might be the best modern horror movie I've ever seen. It's really fucked up. Like, it's not for the faint of heart at all. But if you're into like, if you want to see some shit as far as horror goes, and you've never seen Hereditary, it's definitely a must-watch. I'm really loving your Alan Partridge journey. The sooner the better would be for the X-Men special event. I'm Alan Partridge. If you have the rhyme, I don't know if I have the rhyme, but I do have the time. But yeah, the overall consensus was do the X-Men special before December, which is what I figured it would be. So that's probably what we'll do. To answer your question about Alan referencing the elephant on Blue Peter, Lulu the elephant caused chaos when she visited Blue Peter in 1969. She charged around the studio and did a poo on the floor. That's funny, because I didn't the horse in Knowing Me, Knowing You shit on the floor during the first episode, and wasn't that unplanned as well? It's funny how things come around. This is the Brass Eye episode I feel most sympathy for the celebs in. Sure, it was a silly scenario and they probably should have realized it wasn't real, but they all meant well. My respect for Paul Daniels goes up for trying to help this unbeknownst to them fictional elephant. It was really funny though. I fucking died when Wolf showed up. Like, it was so great. They got him for that. For some reason, this Brass Eye episode was blocked in Poland. It was for the first maybe 10 hours of it being uploaded, but after that, I'd actually included a link on the community tab to a OneHub link for people outside the UK and Ireland, but it got unblocked. It got the restriction removed. The copyright on Brass Eye, I think I mentioned it during the episode, is very, very strange. Most times when I have to put something on Dailymotion, it's not because it's necessarily blocked worldwide, but because it's blocked just in the UK and Ireland. Like, that's why I couldn't get Would I Lie to You previously on YouTube, because it was blocked just in the UK and Ireland. But with Brass Eye, it's only allowed in the UK and Ireland and blocked everywhere else. But I got the restriction removed, so that's good. Alright, y'all, that's going to do it for another episode of Reading Your Comments. The comments in this video were pulled from the following: American Reacts to Doctor Who 32 and 33, last week's episode of Reading Your Comments, episode 187, Would I Lie to You 10, Staff Lets Flats Outnumbered 22, Still Game, the 1999 Stage Show, Jam by Chris Moore 6, Knowing Me, Knowing You of Alan Partridge 6, and Brass Eye 2. If you want a chance to get your comment read in next week's episode of Reading Your Comments, the videos to comment on are as follows: this video, the reaction video that came out yesterday, which was Classic Doctor Who, The 2 Minute Cybermen. The reaction videos that come out tomorrow, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Those are the videos to comment on if you want a chance to get your comment read in next week's episode of Reading Your Comments. But that is going to do it from me today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, be sure to leave a like. If you didn't like it, don't. If you want to follow any of my social media links, my Twitch, where I stream every single day, my second channel for free 16 reviews, my Twitter. If you want to follow me, my Patreon. If you want to support me on my Dailymotion, all those things are in the video description down below. Thank you also to all of my patrons currently named in the video description for your constant support me and my channel. Again, if you don't know, you can be Patreon on me for as low as $1 or £1, and you get access to reaction videos as well as reading your comments up to a day early, in addition to your name in the video description. With all that being said though, my name is Taffrey. This has been another episode of Reading Your Comments, episode 188, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.